The trailer for The Mummy starring Tom Cruise, not the Brendan Fraser one, has finally dropped. It dropped last night, and they had been advertising that there's a trailer coming on Sunday, and I kept checking around for it. I'm like, okay, when's this trailer gonna drop? And it dropped at least while I was watching Walking Dead. I don't know if it dropped any time before that, but I saw it while watching Walking Dead. And to be honest, I was a little underwhelmed by the trailer, but I'm still gonna break it down for you guys, let you know my thoughts, what I found, and maybe some theories in there. So let's get started. So the trailer starts out with Tom Cruise and Annabelle Wallis' character transporting the mummy casket on this cargo plane. And they're kind of like, what's going on? I'm kind of uncomfortable. This casket's coming alive or something. And we find out that these birds start attacking the plane, and we get a whole assortment of bad sound effects. We get the grunt sound that reminds me of like old Nintendo 64 video games, in particular Perfect Dark, when characters would get shot. And then we get the zero gravity scene, like in Inception and a bunch of other movies now, where they're just bouncing around this closed corridor type of thing, and they're trying to work on something. And Tom Cruise is trying to help Annabelle Wallis' character get her parachute on so she doesn't die in the crash. And he finally helps her out with this. She flies out of the plane, and we get the worst editing for a scream ever. You can clearly tell that Tom Cruise's yell is looped. It drives me nuts. This was lazy. This trailer just seemed lazy to me. They just chose a big scene from the movie and then just showed a little bit of stuff in there and just looped some audio. So after the plane crashes, we see these 6 body bags, and then we come to learn that Tom Cruise is in one of them. And did we really think Tom Cruise was gonna die in a movie that he's the top billed actor? Of course not. At least he's not gonna stay dead. It looks like his character might die but come back to life, because he's not injured. There's no bruises or cuts or scrapes on his body in this shot. I have a feeling that he dies, but he comes back and he's gonna be more powerful, but he has to discover that throughout the film, and he's gonna have to take down the mummy somehow. Then we get the voiceover from Russell Crowe. His voice is amazing. It is pretty interesting to see a movie with Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe in it. They're both big names in Hollywood, and to have them both in a movie, that's pretty cool. And if you don't know this, Russell Crowe's character is Dr. Jekyll, as in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So he eventually is going to be a big character. I don't know if he's going to be a big character in this movie outside of just being a plot device, but eventually he's going to be Mr. Hyde. Maybe he's going to be the one to take down the mummy. I don't know. This scene where Sofia Boutella, who plays the mummy, her eyes kind of start doing this crazy thing where she gets multiple pupils and irises, and that to me was the most interesting shot of the trailer. And they already gave it away in the trailer teaser, which is insane to me still, that we're getting previews for previews. Whatever. But yeah, that was the most interesting scene to me. So she's got a following. There are people bowing down to her. I don't know if this is in the past or the present. It's hard to tell. So again, I think Tom Cruise is getting in another vehicle accident. There's a car tipped over behind him, and he's just going to be like this invincible character that doesn't die. He's in a plane crash. It looks like he's in a car crash. We get some pretty cheap dialogue from Tom Cruise saying, "I saw her, she's real." I don't know. Tom Cruise's character saves Annabelle Wallis' character from being hit by a bus that's sliding sideways toward them. And again, I think this is going to be another instance where he can't get hurt. So the stakes of this movie don't seem like they're going to be too high, because our main character, I don't think he's going to be able to get hurt. I don't know, this is all just a theory in my opinion. We're gonna find out. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm assuming that this is at the beginning of the film where they're taking the mummy from her burial site because Tom Cruise has this hood over his head and he pulls it off. I think it's a hood. I don't think it's just a clothing rack that he ran through and it's just stuck on his face. I think it's a hood that was placed on his head because he was going to be executed or something for disturbing the mummy's resting place. In this one, it's Amanette, Princess Amanette. She's played by Sofia Boutella, and she was great in The Kingsman as the sword leg girl, and she was great as Jayla in Star Trek Beyond. I'm not too crazy about what I'm seeing in this trailer for her to be the mummy. I don't know, just she doesn't seem like a very good choice in my opinion. And from the costume, it looks like they're going almost the route of the Suicide Squad and the Enchantress. If you look closely, you can see that there are other mummies around her. And this is most likely her ritual that she's performing to stay immortal and become the mummy, the monster, and just become powerful. And either this is going to be interrupted and it's going to be done wrong, or she's going to complete it and something else is going to happen. This shot just, it's whatever. And like always, we have to get a running scene from the front of Tom Cruise. I seem to remember hearing somewhere that he likes the way he looks when he runs. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing something about that. So every movie that he's in has to have that. You got it in War of the Worlds, you got it in like all the Mission Impossible movies. You also have it in Oblivion. So it's everywhere. This is also an interesting part of the trailer where you see Sofia Boutella's mummy like kind of sending the cloud of fog, debris, whatever it is, after some people, which we assume is Tom Cruise and Annabelle Wallis. She's got something in her hand. Is that a wand? Is that the source of her power? I don't know. So that's the trailer, guys. What did you think? It looks like they're going more of an action route than the 99 version. The 99 version did have some good action in it, and it had some horror elements in it too. This movie doesn't seem like it's going to have much horror to it. It's more action, I think. It's got Tom Cruise in it. Honestly, I was underwhelmed by this trailer, and I still don't quite see how they're going to create this universal monster movie universe. Because as far as I know, that's what they're doing with all these movies. You got The Mummy, now Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, he's in this movie. I think they're going to have Dracula and possibly the Wolfman in there. I don't think that's a good idea to have them all in the same universe. Well, I guess maybe in the same universe, but just don't put them all in the same movie, because that will just be a weird movie. Okay? That's just me thinking. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And if you like this video and you want to see more trailer breakdowns, you can click right up here, or some movie reviews, you can click right up here. And as always, thank you for watching.